Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B, a hot Studio B, as you can imagine here over in the East Coast here. We've been in the 90s all day. I still think it's somewhere in the 90s. Can't do anything with my hair, what's left of it. Just come back from shopping. I had to go shopping tonight because I was like, oh, it's going to be nice and cool in there. So I said, I'll go shopping and be nice and cool. And we were supposed to do a chat tonight. I was talking to Ron about doing a chat, and I had a guest or two lined up to do a live chat tonight, but it was just too hot. Ron's baking. Ron's basically down to, he has his thong on. That's all he had on when I was talking to him. So, yeah, he's not in any condition to do a live chat tonight. So hopefully next weekend we'll get the live chat going again. But tonight I wanted to do something. I didn't get to anything this afternoon. It just was too hot, and I just was kind of just chilling out. So I'll get my Solitaire Pro Football going in the morning. I think I got that San Diego-Dallas game from 1980 queued up, ready to go for the morning. And tonight, though, a good suggestion from Ron. It was just to go and play some shootout and hang out tonight and bang out a couple of games from my 1970 season here. Something I can do just kind of for fun and still chip away at my season and open up a chat, see if everybody wants to chat tonight. So I'm going to do a couple games tonight. Might do 3. Got to see how it goes, see how quickly they go. But the idea is just going to continue on with my project here. So let's go down to Rinkside, as we say. And we got our first game here in the 1970 season, November 7th, 1970 is where we are. And Chicago Blackhawks at the Philadelphia Flyers. And in net, we have Desjardins in net. Tony Esposito is given the night off as they travel to Philadelphia. So it's going to be Jerry Desjardins, and Bernie Parent is in net for the Flyers. And you can see we have our scoring ranges over on the left-hand side, and we're ready to kick things off here at the Spectrum. And again, I'll do my best. This is not meant as a tutorial for this game. Okay, I may make mistakes. I may play it my own way, but the idea being that you should have a pretty good idea on how shootout hockey plays with the helper by watching this video. All right, so here we go. Let's kick things off here. Let's make sure my sound is off. And we got 2 minutes off the clock here. So we played 2 minutes in Philadelphia. Let's see what happens. Anything going on here? Yes. Oh, no. It's a 90-86. It's so close. The Flyers almost had the first shot on goal, but they couldn't get it. And now we get a 1 minute off the clock. And 2. Oh, we got a chance for the Blackhawks. So what I like to do here is on my little cheat sheet here, I keep track of the scoring chances, and that helps me determine my shots on net when the game is over. So Chicago will get the first chance of the game. First good chance of the game is going to be Chico Mackey. Chico Mackey is going to be from the blue line. His long shot turned aside by Bernie Parent, and the score remains knotted at 0-0. 3 minutes off the clock. That would have been a chance for the Flyers. I hate seeing that number come up when I do the flip for time because I'm always tempted to make that a scoring chance, but it's not. All right, so 32, that is nothing. 2 minutes off the clock here. So we played about 8 minutes and no score. Penalty away. Let's see if there's going to be a penalty on the Blackhawks. And Y and a Z. Oh, yeah, we got some Ys and we got some Zs. So Cliff Carl is going to get a penalty here. Cliff Carl will pick up 2 minutes. And again, this is kind of window dressing here. The times and what the actual infraction is really doesn't matter. I'm just kind of looking for a total penalty time for the game. So Cliff Carl is going to get a penalty. He's a Z. Is that it? There's no other Ys and Zs. It's just the one. So it's just going to be Cliff Carl here picking up the penalty. So the Flyers are going to man advantage. So they're now shooting 75 on 0-0. So 1 minute off the clock. And a 72. Ooh, they just missed it again. Last half of the power play. And it's going to be a penalty home. So not only does Chicago kill it off, but they might get an advantage of their own. Yes, they do. So we got a W and a Z2. So we got Gendron going to the box here for the Flyers. Jean-Guy Gendron is going to go to the box. And anybody else? We have any other W's here? Oh, I got a couple W's on the bench. No Z2s here. So it's going to be Hillman and Watson will also get penalties. So Wayne Hillman will pick up a penalty. And Watson, is that Joey Watson on the bench? Let's see who it is. Joe Watson will get a penalty too. So now the Blackhawks will go on the man advantage here. And they have a 1-37 here on the man advantage. So let's take a minute off the clock. Let's go to the man advantage here. 28. Yes, it's going to be a scoring chance for Chicago on the power play. It's a great chance for the Blackhawks to take the lead here. So they're on the man advantage. They're working around the zone. A D is going to be Pitt Martin, the third line out there on the power play. Pitt Martin from the blue line, though. Pitt Martin scores. And the Blackhawks are on the board thanks to the Pitt Martin goal. So let's see who was out there with him. So he's out there with the first line, so line 3 and line 1. And so it's going to be Billy White will get an assist. And anybody else on the Pitt Martin goal? And Maloney. So Pitt Martin will get the goal from Maloney, Dan Maloney. And we said Bill White's will get the other assist. That was a power play goal. And the time doesn't matter again. And so there we go. So it's 1-0 here for the Flyers here on the power play goal by Pitt Martin. 3. Ooh, another chance for the Flyers by the board because we got to mark off. This roll is for time. And we got 37. That is nothing. 1 minute off the clock. So now we're down about 5 minutes to play. 3. Another chance for the Blackhawks. So the Blackhawks have had 3 scoring chances here in the first period. K. Who's going to be K right now? Hey, K. Remember that from Men in Black? K. Dennis Hull. Dennis Hull's going to get a chance from the face-off circle. A medium-range shot. Dennis Hull turned aside by Perrant. And we got 1 minute off the clock. And 64, that is nobody. Flyers are skating with him, though. Not a possible penalty on the Blackhawks. Blackhawks, S and a Z. Yeah, we got a lot of penalties here. So we're going to go Chico Mackey's going to get a penalty. So the Flyers will go back on the man advantage. So Mackey goes to the box, as does Dennis Hull. So Dennis Hull picks up a penalty. And that's a lot of penalties here in 1970, as you can imagine. Any more S's or Z's? Yeah, Carl's going to get another one. Cliff Carl, he spent a lot of time in the box in this game. Oh, the heat's getting to me. It's too hot. Any more S's or Z's? Yes, one more S down here, and that's going to be Moans. And Doug Moans will get a penalty as well. So Philadelphia goes back on the man advantage. And let's see if they can tie this game up here. So the Flyers now looking for 75-0-0. No, 61. Last flip of the power play. And it's a 69. No, it's not. So the Flyers 0 for 2 on the man advantage right now. No time comes off the clock on that roll. And we got a 6. Oh, boy. So it's going to be another chance for the Blackhawks. Let's see if they can make this 2-0 now. Bobby Hull gets a chance. Here comes Bobby Hull for the Blackhawks. Bobby Hull with that curved stick. He blasts this one on Perrant, and he blows it by him. So Bobby Hull makes it 2-0 for the Blackhawks as he scores late in the first period. So he's out here. So it's line 1, D1. And let's see, Bobby Hull scores. No R5s. Anybody else in a center? So Hull from Campbell. Oh, no, we want a penalty to goal. So Bobby Hull on the goal. Brian Campbell with the assist on it. Even strength goal. And the Hawks lead now 2-0. 2 minutes off the clock. So we'll get one last roll here in the period. 73 is nothing. If this is a 0, no, it's not. So that ends the period. So the score after 1 here in Philadelphia, 2-0 Blackhawks. And we'll check the goal scores in 1 second as we get these shots on goal. So Chicago with 4 chances in a 2. That's 12. 11 shots on net. And, boy, Minnesota. Well, I'm sorry, not Minnesota. Philadelphia. Not many at all. Boy, that's a roll of a 1. So we're gonna give them 3 shots. Just to be nice, we're gonna give them 3 shots in this game. So, yeah, not looking good for Philadelphia here. So let's go to the second. Oh, well, let me put the shots up. So we've got 11 shots. I like to kind of keep this looking good. 11 shots, and we'll give them 3, and that's kind of generous. All right, so we'll go to the second period now here in Philadelphia. We got the let's check the box scores here. I like the box score. Tom Milne does a great job with this one and the helper. I'll be using helper tomorrow when I play my solitaire pro football. Pitt Martin and Bobby Hull on the goals. A lot of penalties in that period. But Pitt Martin and Bobby Hull have the Blackhawks up. So we got, what do we got? 2 minutes off the clock here. 1, 2. And now I'll see if there's a scoring chance. Yes, Chicago again. So Chicago really taking it to the Flyers here at home tonight in Philadelphia. B this time. It's going to be Hull, Dennis Hull again. Dennis Hull from the blue line. His long shot through a screen. Is that going to be a save by Perron? I need an 8-12 on a save. No, he scores. Dennis Hull scores for the Blackhawks, and they're walking away with this one. It's 3-0. So Dennis Hull with line one out there. Dennis Hull and Stapleton. So the Chicago goal, Dennis Hull, and I think it's Pat Stapleton. Yes, it is. I remember the Blackhawks. I remember the Bruins, Blackhawks, and Rangers when I was a kid. That's what I remember. So 3-0 now for the Hawks. 1 minute off the clock here. Early in the third period. Still plenty of time here, but the Flyers got to crank it up and get some scoring chances. And 47 penalty away. They're 0 for 2 on the power play, and they will get another power play here. So I think it's just going to be, Mackey, Hull, and Moans again. So Mackey will get a penalty. Dennis Hull gets a penalty. And Dougie Moans will get another penalty here. So Flyers with another chance here to get back in this one. So the Flyers go on the power play now. So they have a 75-0. So let's flip a minute off the clock. And no, we got a possible fight as the teams jam up around the blue line. And let's see what we got here. X, we have an X. Oh, we got a lot of X's. We got a 2 and a 2 on X. So let me make my notes here. So we got an X here. And that's going to be a 2 and a 2 for a rough. Let me see. Let me flip the next card, though. And no, Z3. Oh, boy. Okay, so nothing on the Flyers, but we do have a couple of X's over here. So we have Makita and Bill White will be getting 4 minutes. Wow. All right, so Stan Makita is getting 4 minutes. All righty. And then the other guy we said was Bill White. So now is a great chance of the Flyers to get back in this. So Bill White will get 4 minutes as well. And it's got a 2-man advantage right now for the Flyers. So at the 15-minute mark, I'm going to make my notes here. See if I can keep track of all this stuff. Alrighty, so we're going to do 1 minute off the clock. It's a 5-on-3. And nope, that is nothing. So now it's a 1-man advantage. Oh, actually, no. Yes, it's a 1-man advantage now for 3 minutes. So I'll be going at 14 now. Just kind of checking off my numbers here. Make my notes. So it's still a power play for the Flyers. So let's take a minute off the clock here. And 90, yes, finally a chance for Philadelphia. So they get a scoring bid here on the power play. And it's the first half of the double minor. So if they score, they'll get 2 more. So this is going to be Johnson now. Johnson from the slot on the power play. And Johnson, saving a rebound. Big stop by Desjardins in the Chicago net. The rebound is, he's got a rebound of 5. Oh, boy. He's going to be tough to beat here in a rebound of 5. No. So that's going to be a save. So the Flyers had a chance and they blew it. So here's the now into the second half of the double minor. 44 penalty away. Let's double check the penalty. I think what I'm going to do is Y and X2. They do have an X2. They have a Korab here. All right, one last penalty here. Then I got to cap the penalties. It's getting to be too many penalties here. That's just my house rule. At some point, if I keep rolling penalties, and I put a cap on it. All right, so we'll go 2-man advantage one last time. And nope, it's going to be a scoring chance for Chicago, shorthanded, if you can believe it. Who's going to get the scoring chance shorthanded? F. It's going to be Jimmy Pappen. He's going to roll right here. No goal. All right, so this is the so now that penalty is up. So now it's just a 1-man advantage. So after all this, after all those penalties, the Flyers haven't scored, haven't got a scoring chance. It's a 1-man advantage. And, yes, they'll get another scoring chance on the power play. As the power play is just about to expire. All those penalties just about to end. Nole, Simon Nole from the slot. Can he put this one in? Yes, he does. It's the score for the Flyers. So Nole finally gets the Flyers on the board with a power play goal. They had like 5 minutes in penalties in a row. So power play goal. Oh, I gotta see who assisted on that. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's been a while since I played this. So line 2's out there with Nole, Lacroix, and anybody else? That's it. So Nole and Lacroix. So Simon Nole gets the goal. Flyers are on the board here. That is a power play tally for the Flyers. And it's 3-1. Okay. So let's see how much. We're halfway through the game right now. 2 minutes off the clock. And I'm going to start capping the Chicago penalties. Ooh, but another chance for the Flyers. So they get some momentum built up after that power play goal by Nole. And it's going to be B. It's going to be Bernier. Bernier from the long distance blue line. No goal. Turned aside by Jerry Desjardins in the Chicago net. 3 minutes off the clock. And a 67. That is going to be nobody. 2 minutes off the clock. 62, that's nothing going on right now. 3 minutes off the clock, and it's going to be the last flip of the period, I believe. 62 is nothing. Let's look at a 0. No, and that ends the period. So the Flyers, they get one, and they trail this one 3-1. Let's check the shots on goal for the period. So for Chicago, they're only going to get 7 shots on goal. And the Flyers, with 4 scoring chances, and they rolled a 5 on that red die, that's going to be 14 shots, so it's respectable now. So it's 18 total for Chicago and 17 for the Flyers. So Desjardins playing well in the net here for the Blackhawks. All right, so a minute off the clock here. Let's do our box score real quick, show you how we got here. So in the first period, Pitt Martin and Bobby Hull made it 2-0 Chicago. In the second, Dennis Hull scored to make it 3-0. And then that goal just a few minutes ago by Nole on the power play made it 3-1. So Chicago had a 3-minute power play that's gone by the boards. And so we get a penalty. I'm gonna roll here. If this is a 1 or a 6, I'll give them the penalty. If not, we're gonna play on. And it's a 6, so we'll do the penalty. I'm trying to, like I say, not have tons of penalties in this game if I can help it here. So we got a Y and an X2. I do have an X2. Do I have a Y? I don't think I have a Y. Oh, I got 2 X2s. So I got Maloney and Korab. Oh, I might have missed a penalty on Maloney earlier. So we're going to do Maloney, penalty, and Korab gets a penalty. I think I actually did miss a penalty on Maloney. He's an X2, so let me give him a penalty here just to make up for that one I lost earlier. So that should get me caught up with that. So it's going to be probably go for the Habs. There's no Habs playing tonight. I don't like to play Montreal. I'm only kidding. I did have Montreal the other night against Toronto, didn't I? As Tribe fan, hey, thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm just playing some hockey tonight, trying to get a few games played here in my shootout season. Yeah, P-Jets here, more hockey tonight. I got a triple header tonight. I got, after this, I have Boston, Pittsburgh, and then St. Louis, Minnesota, Glen Hall, and Gump Worsley coming up here on the channel tonight. As I'm just trying to get a few games under my belt in that 1970 season. I'm on November 7th, 1970. Haven't got very far. I kind of ran into this thing called Apple Hockey and Solitaire Pro Football, and that's really kind of taken me off the shootout project that I was doing. And then I ran into In the Crease. So I got blindsided by 3 new games as it goes. So I needed to get back into shootout tonight. It was actually Ron suggesting that. Ron suggested play some shootout tonight. Alrighty, so a man advantage now for the Flyers. And so let's take a minute off the clock. And let's see what we got here. Penalty home, though. Oh, boy. The Flyers might have just blown this power play, and they did. So we got a V and a Z2. So with Dornhofer, Nole, and Lasuk all getting penalties. So Dornhofer gets a penalty. And again, the time and the infraction really don't matter because when I go to put the stats in, I don't put in any of that stuff. I just put in the penalty. And so what did he say? It was Dornhofer, Nole, and Lasuk. We'll get the other one here. And Billy will go to the box. Billy Ball goes to the box. So anybody else here? Any Z2s or any more Vs? Oh, one more V here. Yeah, so I get Ashby is going to get one as well. So Barry Ashby will sit. So right now we have a 4-on-4 situation. So let's roll here for the 4-on-4, and that's it's a chance for the Flyers here, 4-on-4. So let's see who's going to get this chance here. So it's going to be Bernier is going to get a chance. Bernier from the slot. Bernier buries his shot on Desjardins, and the Flyers have cut the lead to 3-2. So they're not done yet. So Bernier out there with line 2. Bernier with Johnson. And who else is going to get an assist? And Hale, if I did that correctly. So Bernier, Serge Desarge Bernier from Johnson and Hale. And that's an even strength goal. They're playing 4-on-4. And now it's going to be a power play for the Blackhawks. A lot of penalties in this game as they try to sort all this out here. It's a Flyers game. Why wouldn't it be penalties, right? Alrighty, so let's roll here for the Chicago power play, and Chicago will get a scoring chance. First chance of the period here, so it's 3-2 now, but the Blackhawks trying to go ahead here and get the insurance goal. X. Mr. X. Who's Mr. X? It's going to be Campbell. So Campbell's going to get the chance here on the power play. Campbell from the slot. This is usually a goal, and it is. So Campbell scores for the Flyers, and they go back up by a pair. And it's going to be out there with D1. So 1-1. Campbell, Mackey, and Hull. So Brian Campbell from Chico Mackey and Bobby Hull. Power play goal by the Blackhawks. And they're ahead now 4-2. This is the this is before the Broad Street Bullies. Yeah, this is just a couple years before they were up and coming. This is like kind of halfway between the expansion and the Stanley Cup teams. This 70-71 team. All right, so I get 2 minutes off the clock. And another chance for the Blackhawks. They're trying to pour it on here. And it's going to be K from Men in Black, Dennis Hull. Dennis Hull from the blue line. His long shot tipped away by Perron. And we play on 4-2 now. Still, 1, 2, 3. So we got a little over 11 minutes to play here. Penalty away. Again, we've had a ton of penalties on the Blackhawks, so I'm going to roll. And a 1-6 on the red die over here will be a penalty. Otherwise, we play on. And it's a 1. So we got a penalty on the Blackhawks. Boy, I'm going to be busy putting in penalties, ain't I? The only W I think I have here is Jarrett. And I don't get a Z. Oh, I do have a Z2. So I get Magnuson and Jarrett going to the box. This is actually Magnuson's first penalty of the game. Of all the penalties I've had in this game, this is Magnuson's first. And what do we say? Doug Jarrett. And there we go. So penalty on the Blackhawks. So now Flyers go back on the man advantage. A 34 is nothing. Last half of the power play. 1. That's going to be a shorthanded bid for the Hawks. Who's going to get the shorthanded bid? It's going to be Hull. Bobby Hull, shorthanded, right up here. Top corner, no goal. So we play on here. 3 minutes off the clock. 4-2 our score. And a chance for the Flyers now with a 0-0. Can they cut it to 1 again? S. Battleship Kelly. Kelly from the faceoff circle. Kelly shot. Score! Wow, we got a game here. Kelly puts this behind Desjardins, and it's a 1-goal game. So let's see who assisted on the Kelly goal. Clark and Ashby, I think it is. So Bob Kelly from Clark and Ashby. And I think this is before who was that I was thinking about? It's into the box. Man, I'm drawing a blank now. How am I drawing a blank? Reggie Leach. This is before Reggie Leach. Man, I met the guy and I got his autograph. I couldn't think of his name. Friends with him on Facebook. Couldn't think of the name. All right, so it's 4-3. 6 minutes to play now. It's still anybody's game at this point. 3 minutes off the clock now. It's getting to be danger time. And a 54 penalty home. But again, late in the game, I got to roll the dice. A 1-6 on the red dice over here. And no, so we're going to play on. It's not going to be a penalty. And 1 minute off the clock. Getting to be time to pull the goalie here. 86. Flyers just missed a chance. Just missed a chance. So minute off the clock. So 1 minute to play. And 68 is nothing. Okay, so we're going to take the goalie out with 1 minute to play. What I do, okay, Leach was on the Bruins. Yeah, I think he was on the Bruins in 70. Now, again, what I do, my homebrew rule to have some fun is I roll 2 open net tries. Okay, so I'm going to look down here into the 6th column over here that's got the dash on it. That's where I'm going to look. I have one roll for 30 seconds and another roll for 30 seconds. If an empty net goal is scored, the game is over. If the Flyers score on the first roll, then there's still one roll left in the game. Anything else, and the game is over. All right, so just so we're clear on that, so let's roll into the 6th column here. 1 minute to play. The first roll is nothing. So we're down to the final minute now, the final roll. The 6th column. The goalie is out. And nothing here, and time will run out as the Blackhawks kill it off. Wow. So let's check the shots on goal here in this period here. A lot of shots on net here. 15 for the Blackhawks and only 8 for the Flyers. So let's get a total now of, let's see, 18, so 33. So 33 for Chicago. And we add 8 to 17. That's going to be 25. And that will be that. So that ends the game. The Blackhawks hang on with a 4-3 win. So we got, let's see, Desjardins played that. Perrant played 59 minutes into the box score. I need to go to my box score. And who got the game-winning goal? So that was the 4th Flyers goal. So this one right here, I think, was the game winner, right? So that'd be the game winner. So I'm going to save my box score. And this is Philadelphia, and this was their 8th home game. And that is that. So game 1 in the books tonight, and it's the Flyers losing to Chicago at home 4-3. All right. So let me just make sure that I mark this game as played so I don't play it again. Got my little notes here so I can keep track of my season stuff. All righty. Let's move on to game 2. And game 2 is going to be St. Louis and Minnesota. So we're going to play St. Louis, Minnesota first, and then the Boston-Pittsburgh game last. So let's exit out of here and get St. Louis with Glenn Hall in net. And who else is going to be in net for Minnesota but Gump Worsley? Let me slide this over here. So let's get my starting goaltenders. And it's going to be Hall and the Gump. And here we go. Let me just slide that just over here. Hopefully I'm okay. All right, and we're ready to go here in Minnesota. Is it Bloomington? Is it the Met? Is that what we're doing here? Bloomington, the Met. And it's a 1-14 for St. Louis, 90-100 for Minnesota. Gump Worsley in the net. No mask on the Gumper. And Glenn Hall in net for St. Louis. And he was the goalie that was in net, I believe. He was the goalie in net for Bobby Orr's famous flying through the air goal in 69-70. So this would have been the first season after that. He stayed with St. Louis, if I'm correct. All right, so let me make sure I got my sound off. And I don't need the roll the dice. I've already got my my numbers determined. And here we go. All right, so here in Minnesota, Gump Worsley in net. Come on, Gumper. We know the crowd loves the Gump. So 2 minutes off the clock here in Minnesota. A 96 chance today. The North Stars. All right, first chance of the game goes to the home team. And it's going to be Danny Grant. Danny Grant coming in on Hall. Danny Grant from the faceoff circle. He fires. Turned aside by the St. Louis goaltender. And the first chance of the game goes by the boards. 58. Uh-oh. Penalty on the Stars. Coming up here. Y and X2. Do I have any Ys or X? I don't. I don't have any Ys or X2. So no penalty on the play. The referee says, nope, we're going to play on. 1 minute off the clock now. 77. Oh, almost a chance for the North Stars, but no. Another minute off the clock. And 0-0, that's another chance for Minnesota. So the home team getting a couple of chances here. Can they finally put one in? F. Who's F now? F is Goldsworthy. All right, Bill Goldsworthy. Bill Goldsworthy from the slot. Bill Goldsworthy turned aside. Oh, man, how often do you get turned aside in a slot? But Goldsworthy was turned aside by Hall. Wow, 2 scoring chances and nothing for the North Stars. 2 minutes off the clock. So that would be a red hot. And another chance. Everything coming up high right now for the North Stars. Let's see if they can get something going on here. Z. All right, so it's going to be the defenseman, Harris. Let's see if the defenseman can put something in. Harris, his long shot from the blue line. Harris turned aside again by Hall. Hall is red hot in this game for the Blues. 2 minutes off the clock now, about halfway through the period. That's nobody, no play. Another minute off the clock. And 32, that's nothing either. 3 minutes off the clock. And 68, that is nothing. So St. Louis hasn't had a good chance on net yet. 3 minutes off the clock. And this one's going to be, no, need 1 to 14. They didn't get it. Another minute. Time running out here in the first period. 68 is nothing. And another minute off the clock here as we come down to the final minute or so of action. And nothing here. And this is going to run out the clock. So that ends the period. I used to do one last flip in this game back in the day when I first started playing. I always gave it one last flip at the end. But since I started using the helper, I think the fast action cards are random every time. So I don't have to worry about, losing, having a card leave the deck after I draw it. So I don't need that extra flip. I still get plenty of offense in this game. Just so everybody knows. So let's roll the dice and see what we got for shots on net. Oh, St. Louis. Oh, boy. We're going to give them 2 shots. And then over here for Minnesota, they're going to get 11. So not a very good period for the Blues here on the road. But it's no score. They had 3 scoring chances, the North Stars did, and they didn't convert on any of them. So let's go to the second period now here at the Met. I think it was the Met. I think they only played at 1 rink in Minnesota until the Wild came, obviously. So 3 minutes off the clock here. What I should try to do sometime is at these cards up here, they have a shot on goal at the top. I've never done this. I've never used the shot on goal at the top to keep track of who gets shots. Be interesting to see how that works. That's one thing I haven't tried yet. It would require more time because you would have to write things down. But all right, there we go. Finally, a chance for the Blues here in the second period. The Blues now. Roberts, Jimmy Roberts, the coach of the Ice Cats. Jimmy Roberts is going to get a chance. Roberts from the blue line, his long shot. Oh, boy, save and a rebound. Worsley makes the save. See if he can contain this rebound here. Rebound of 4. And, yes, he does. It's a save. So Worsley with a save, then he gobbles up the rebound. So neither team has scored. 3 minutes off the clock. And, penalty on the home team here. And, yeah, we do. We got some X's. We do have some X's here. So J.P. Parisi is going to get flagged for a penalty here. So Parisi will pick up a penalty. And the Blues are going to man advantage. Anybody else here? Any other X's? Yeah, Reed. Reed will get a penalty as well. So Tom Reed will go to the box. And so now the Blues go on to man advantage here. Chance to take the lead, finally break the ice. So it's 1 minute off the clock. And a 66, that is nothing. Last part of the power play here. And 80 is nothing. So the North Stars kill it off. 0-0 still here in Minnesota. It's not too often we have a game like this. 74, that is no scoring chance. 4 minutes off the clock this time. And a 10. There we go. Not a chance for the Blues now. Can they finally break through? It is going to be Jay. It's going to be Cameron here. Cameron with a chance. Cameron, long shot from the blue line. Can Worsley make the save? 7 and 8. Gumper can't make the save, and Cameron scores. And the Blues are on the board. So it's going to be line 2 defense out there with him. So Cameron, Bordeleau, and anybody else? Cameron, Bordeleau, and I think that was Bob Plager. So St. Louis, Craig Cameron from Christian Bordeleau and Bob Plager, I think we said it was. It's going to get that's going to be even strength goal. And finally, they get one by the Gumper, and it's 1-0. So Blues lead 1-0 on the goal by Cameron here in the second period. 2 minutes off the clock. 22. Nope. No scoring chance, no penalty. 2 minutes off the clock here. Time running out here in the second period. 60, that is nothing. Game goes really quick when you get crappy teams, let me tell you. And that'll end the period with that roll of 3. So St. Louis will get 11 shots on goal in this period. And this time for Minnesota, they're the team that doesn't get any. They'll get 5. So it's going to be 13 shots for the Blues as they have a much better period here in period 2, and only 5 over here for Minnesota. And Minnesota, no scoring chances in that period. So we go to the third. Low-scoring game, 1-0. Goal by Cameron. 3 minutes off the clock here in Minnesota. Again, up next, one last game tonight here in the triple header is going to be Boston at Pittsburgh. Cheevers and Binkley will be in the net. Ooh, chance for the North Stars here. 94. And it's going to be C. It's going to be Danny Grant again. Danny Grant for the blue line. Long shot by Grant. No goal. Turned aside by Hall, who's been lights out in this game. Minute off the clock here in Minnesota. 74. That is nothing. 2 minutes off the clock. 79. Uh-oh. St. Louis just circling the wagons now. 2 minutes off the clock. A 40. That is nothing. This game is flying by. 3 minutes off the clock. So now under 10 minutes to play. 55. Penalty home. But we're in the last half of the game, so I want to roll on the penalty here. And yes, it is a penalty. Okay. Boy, 33% chance, and they've been getting a lot of penalties here. So let's see. Z. Yeah, I got a Z and an X2. So it's only the one guy here. So it's just going to be Harris. So Harris gets the penalty, and that could be lights out for the North Stars here if the Blues cash in. All right, so the Blues on the power play. 13, yes, it will be. It'll be a power play chance for the Blues. And Bordeleau again. Oh, Bordeleau assisted on the goal. He didn't score. He got the assist. Bordeleau with a chance on the power play. Bordeleau from the slot. That's usually a goal, and it is. He beats Gump. Worsley never had a chance on this one as Bordeleau cashes in, and it's a 2-0 lead, and that could be pretty much insurmountable right now. So Bordeleau, and who's going to get the help here? Bordeleau from Cameron. So St. Louis goal, Christian Bordeleau from Craig Cameron. That's on the power play, and looks pretty insurmountable right now for the North Stars with time running out here in the third period. 3 minutes off the clock. Minnesota's going to need a big break here. Nope. Almost. They didn't get it. 2 minutes off the clock. Time ticking away. 79. That's not going to do it. 44. Penalty away. We got to roll for it. No penalty, so we play on. And 3 minutes off the clock. And this is going to be the last flip, possibly. Yes, it is, and that'll end the game. So, Glenn Hall gets the shutout here in Minnesota as he blanks the North Stars 2-0. Let's get our shots on goal for this period here. So we're going to have 9 for St. Louis and 8 for the Blues. So our final tally is 22 shots for St. Louis and 24 for the North Stars, with Hall picking up the shutout. I think that's one of my first shutouts I've had. I got to go back. I haven't had many shutouts in this this particular project here. I'll have to go check it out. I'll put in stats probably in the morning, and I'll check it out. All right, so let's go to my box score so I can put in the game-winning goal. So it was the first goal of the game. Game-winning goal was Craig Cameron. And we'll save this. This is Minnesota's 6th home game, I believe it is. And that is that. So, final score here in Minnesota. St. Louis Blues 2 and Minnesota North Stars nothing here in November of 1970. Now we get our final game of the night as Dominic shows up. Hey, thanks. Just having some fun here. You know, I put on this is the headset that I use at the rink when I broadcast hockey games. And Ron suggested, he goes, why don't you put on that instead of your other mic? Because every time you move around, you know, my voice would drift away from the microphone. So now it's locked in, so I can reach for anything I need here, and I can continue to talk, and you don't lose me here. So who would have thought that I'd be using this broadcast in a shootout hockey game rather than at the rink? So hopefully I'll be back at the rink this fall as the games open up, and I'll be doing some more junior games. I usually have me do the All-Star games. I like doing regular seasons better, because you get to see the team and how they function as a unit. In the All-Star games, they always have people come in, and they're in the booth with you, and they're talking with you. And you never get to broadcast a game because it's more of a showcase than it is an actual game. But anyway. All right, so our final game of the night, and it's going to be the Bruins at the Penguins. So let's exit out of this and call this up here. We call up Boston. And again, I got a ton of seasons in here. It took me a long time to get the shootout helper all these seasons in, but once you're done, it's done. Excuse me, and then you can just call up any game and play it. It's really, all the time I took to put that in is kind of worth it. Okay, So it's the Bruins at the Penguins. And again, I go to NHL.com and I get the actual goaltenders anyway. I don't get all the stuff. It's hard to get hockey starting lineups. You can have an idea of who it was, but it's really kind of a pain. So, but anyway, I like to get the goalies and start with the goalies. And a couple times in this replay, let me tell you, had 2 goalies listed. I think it was a Buffalo game. There were 2 goalies that were listed, and so I started one, and no kidding, one of them got hurt. Got a rare play, and the goalie got hurt, and the other one come in. And it's like, I think I talked about it on Digital to Dice when I went, wow, how crazy with that is that I did a game. They had 2 goalies listed, so I don't know who started it and why the goalie come out, if he got hurt or if they just pulled him out. But in my game, I used both goalies, and you never use both goalies, and I did. It was eerie and creepy is what I meant to say. All right, so we're here in Pittsburgh. I think it's the Igloo. Is that where they played? And so Pittsburgh in their white and blue jerseys, and Boston in they're away dark with the yellow. As we get going here in 1970, it's our final game of the night, and then I'm going to kick off. I'm going to play some In the Crease, I think, and get back to learning that. I got a couple of seasons I picked up I want to try. I got to put all the logos in tonight as well. So hopefully someone else will be streaming something fun tonight, and I can watch you guys while I set up my other game here. All right, so here we are, the Bruins and the Penguins. Let's kick things off in Pittsburgh. 2 minutes off the clock. 1 scoring chance, Boston, right off the bat. Here we go. Scoring chance for the Bruins. And it's going to be B, so it's going to be Johnny Bucyk, the Chief. Johnny Bucyk from the slot. Johnny Bucyk scores. He beats Binkley. And just like that, Boston goes up 1-0. So Bucyk out there with line 2. So it's going to be Bucyk. And anybody else? That's it, just Bucyk. So Bucyk gets the goal unassisted. And it's going to be even strength goal. And just like that, a minute in, Boston leads 1-0. A minute off the clock. And 43, penalty on Boston, though. And yeah, we probably, we got a lot of X2s. Cashman and Hodge. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So we're going to have a lot of penalties here. Cashman and Hodge to start. They're a very penalized team. Actually, the whole 70s was nothing but penalties sometimes. Cashman and Hodge with a Z. I mean, the X2, I get a Z over here. Sanderson, of course. Sanderson's going to get a penalty as well. Any more X's or Z2s? Or Z's, rather. Z here. Orr. Wow, Orr gets a penalty. So Orr goes to the box. And that's that. All right, so Pittsburgh goes on the power play here, trailing 1-0 at home. And 8:56. Penalty on the home team, though. So Pittsburgh. I get a couple of T's here. So T and a Z. So, yeah, so Sil Apps interfered with somebody on the power play, and he's going to sit. And there goes the Penguin man advantage, just like that. The crowd not happy here in Pittsburgh. So we get a T. McCrary also gets a penalty here, right? It's a T. Yep. Oh, boy. I lost everybody here. Hopefully we're back. There we go. That was weird. McCrary. How come I can't find McCrary? Oh, here he is. All right, so McCrary. And I got another T here, right down the bottom here. Zane. And I think that's what I got here. So I got Apps, McCrary, and Zane going to the box. So we'll play 4-on-4 here. All right, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute. And a 72 is nothing. So now the Boston Bruins are on the power play here. And a 27, yes, that's going to be a chance for Boston here. So on the power play, chance to go up by 2. H with it now. H is Eddie Westfall. Eddie Westfall. From the blue line, though, on the power play, turned aside by Binkley. So Binkley keeping the Penguins in this game. And it's still just 1-0 Boston. So we're back to even strength. 2 minutes off the clock. And it's going to be another chance for Boston. That's going to be 3. Can they cash in on this one? And they're working around a Kenny Hodge now. Kenny Hodge from the slot. Kenny Hodge fires. Score! Kenny Hodge makes it 2-0 Boston, line 2. So Orr still doesn't pick up an assist. He's leading the league in points, but looks like he's going to get nothing today. So Hodge, any other assists going here? Hodge and Esposito. So goal by Hodge and Esposito. I got to say, folks, when you're playing these teams that you grew up with as a kid, just saying these names, Hodge, Esposito, or even the other teams, Gump Worsley and stuff. It's just so fun. It really is. That's what makes this fun. It's just kind of going back and playing these teams here. All right, so Bruins now lead 2-0. 3 minutes off the clock here in Pittsburgh. 64. That's not going to be a chance for anybody. 2 minutes off the clock. And 93. There we go. Chance of the Penguins now. Penguins with a chance to get on the board here. It's going to be M. Oh, wow. It's going to be Zane from the bench. He's already got a penalty, so he's going to try to contribute here. Zane from the blue line. His shot turned aside by Cheevers. And we play on. 2 minutes gone. And we have a 59. That is nothing. It's going to be only a couple of flips left here in the period. 96 is another chance for Pittsburgh to get on the board. And this one's going to be, Haberuk. Haberuk from the slot. Haberuk backhand shot. He scores. He beats Cheevers. And the Penguins cut the lead in half. So Haberuk with D1 out there. So Haberuk from Prentice. And who else? And Schock. So goal by Haberuk from Schock and Dean Prentice. He's the Dean. Even strength goal. And the game is now 2-1. And 3 minutes to go, and that'll end the period. So that's how this period will end. Boston will get 9 shots on net and 8 for the Penguins. So let's get that up here. So we'll get 9 and 8. And that's where we're going to go to the next period here. I didn't turn off my sound. There we go. I just heard that, by the way. And Robert, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, that's my final game of the night here. Should be wrapped up in a few minutes. I think I might do some Solitaire Pro Football in the morning. When's your next APA game? I want to see that. Or your next In the Crease game. I saw that you're doing baseball tonight. I was actually shopping. I just got home, and I caught the very end of your game there. Was it San Diego was playing tonight, I think it was? I think I caught the very end of that. I think you were in the 9th when I tuned in. All right, so let's go to the second period here in Pittsburgh, 2-1. We'll check out our box score here real quick just to see what happened. It was Busick and Hodge putting Boston up 2-0, and then Haberuk for the Penguins got them on the board. So we got 1, 2, 3 off the clock. And 83. Oh, a chance for Pittsburgh. They can tie this up. Chance for the Penguins to tie this up. This is more of a spectator game. Yes, it is. There's really not a lot of decisions in this game. It's just kind of a read and write type of game. It's a highlight game, so you just kind of play every few minutes. You see what happens and then record the stuff. I mean, you can pull the goalie at the end, but yeah, for the most part, there's no decisions to be made. I kind of like that. All right, so we get a B. B is Prentice. Prentice. From the slot. Prentice. No, turned aside by Cheevers. Oh, a big skate save by the Hall of Famer right there, and he keeps the Bruins in the lead at 2-1. But now we got a penalty on the Bruins as we got some hacking going on. And Esposito, oh boy, Esposito, McKenzie, Sanderson. Oh boy, I got a lot of penalties here. Here we go. So Esposito gets penalty. Takes forever to put these in. I like the help of it. When you get a lot of penalties, this game, it's not really fun when you get a ton of penalties. Esposito, McKenzie, Johnny Pine, McKenzie. He'll get a penalty. Yep, we're going to go. Yeah, so we got a Y and a Z. That was about the worst roll we could get here. Sanderson gets another one. No more Y's and Z's on penalties, please. All right, Sanderson. Orr hasn't got a point, but he's got a couple penalties tonight, so at least he's on a score sheet. And anybody else? I think there was somebody after Orr. No, I guess that's it. Sanderson. Oh yeah, Smith. Dallas Smith. So Dallas Smith. I always liked Dallas Smith. I like Vadnais, too. Vadnais was one of my favorite defensemen. All right, so the Penguins going to power play. Chance to tie this up. And no, it's going to be a shorthanded chance for Boston. Who's going to get the shorthanded chance here? D. Orr's going to get it. So, and I know Orr technically got a penalty, but the problem is when there's a ton of penalties like that, you can designate whoever you want to take the penalty. If it was one penalty, if Orr was the only one to get the penalty, then yeah, I would go to the next shooter. But whereas there were like 5 or 6 penalties called into play, they all happened at different points, so I usually just roll with it is what I'm going to do here. So Orr, short-handed bid, looking up in this top corner right here, or turned aside by Binkley. So let's go the last half of the power play. Yes, Pittsburgh, chance to tie it here on the man advantage. And it's going to be P this time. It's going to be Wojtowicz. Wojtowicz now. From the blue line, and no, Cheevers turns this aside. So the Bruins kill off the power play. And we play on. 15. There's a chance for Boston now. They try to rebound and get their 2-goal lead back. Bruins coming the other way. 3-on-2. Leading the rush is Johnny Buzik. Buzik coming in to the slot. Buzik goes in. Shoots, scores. Buzik beats Binkley 5-hole. And the Bruins go back on top by a pair. It's now 3-1. So Buzik and Orr will get an assist. Finally, Orr gets on the board here. So Buzik, Orr, anybody else? Buzik, Orr, and McKenzie. So the Boston goal by Johnny Buzik from Bobby Orr and Johnny McKenzie. Even strength goal right there. And the Bruins lead 3-1 here in the second period. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes off the clock here in Pittsburgh. A 71. That's not going to be a chance for either team. No time off the clock, so we don't change anything. 36 is nothing. 1 minute off the clock. 39, that is nothing. So, 1 to 31, that's almost a third. Bruins aren't getting many scoring chances. I'm surprised that they're not. Finally, another chance here. So, this is their 6th scoring chance of the game. I expected a lot more. Jay with it now. Jay is Wayne Carlton. Smooth Carlton with the puck now. Carlton from the blue line. His long shot. It's going to be a save. Can Binkley, 8-11. Binkley. No, score. So, Carlton. He scores to make it 4-1. Incidentally, I think the Bruins are undefeated in this replay right now. And again, I'm only into November. They've only played like 9 games or something, but I think they're undefeated. When I do my stats in the morning, I'll double check. So Carlton with the goal. Again, D2. So Orr's not going to get a help on this one here. Carlton from Eddie Westfald. That's it. So Wayne Carlton from Eddie Westfald. Carlton from Westfald on the goal. Even strength. And the Bruins now, they have a commanding 4-1 lead right now in the second period. A couple minutes off the clock. And a 90. Oh, a chance for the Penguins. Oh, the Penguins are hanging in. The Pittsburgh Penguins are hanging in here against the Stanley Cup champion Bruins. B, it's going to be Prentice. Prentice has been a thorn on the side all night. From the face-off circle, Prentice scores. And it's 4-2. So nobody's leaving the Igloo here in Pittsburgh tonight. So Prentice with D2 out there. Prentice from Shock and Haberick. The whole line gets a goal here. So it's going to be Dean Prentice from Shock and Haberick. And it's not, this one ain't over. It's 4-2 here late in the second period. So 2 minutes off the clock. And 65, it's not a chance for anybody. 2 minutes off the clock. Could be the final roll of the period. 25, chance for Boston late in the period, trying to get their 3-goal lead back. R with it now. R, it's going to be Sanderson. Here comes the Turk now. Sanderson from the face-off circle. Sanderson, wrist shot, because it's going to be a save by Binkley. Yes, he is. Binkley with a glove save. A fantastic save by Binkley here in the dying moments of the period, and that will end the period. So, Binkley coming through for the Penguins. So the Bruins now, oh boy, 16 shots on goal for Boston in that second period, 11 for the Penguins. So the Bruins now have 25 shots, and that's just through 2 periods. And the Penguins have 19. Forgot how much fun this game was. I haven't played this in probably a couple of weeks just because I've been playing other things, but this game is just super fun. So I'm glad I could bang out a few games tonight so I can continue on with my my thing here. All right, so just checking off the games I'm playing here as I play the entire season here in 1970 Yanks. What was I thinking? All right, so we start the third period now here in Pittsburgh. 4-2 for the Bruins. 1 minute off the clock. And the 28 is scoring chance for Boston. As they're pelting Binkley with shots, it's going to be P. P is Orr. Bobby Orr from the face-off circle. Bobby Orr saving a rebound. And Binkley's rebound is a 4. And they score. Orr scores on his own rebound. And it's now 5-2. He's out there with the third line. So Orr from Westfald. And anybody else here? Orr from Westfall. That's it. So Bobby Orr cashes in with a goal here with help from Eddie Westfald. Yes, it is. I call him Eddie Westfald. That's just what I do. I've been saying it since I was a kid. And now it's 5-2 for the Bruins here. A couple minutes off the clock in the third period. And now they just want to kill this clock here. 89, but Pittsburgh, another chance. They are hanging tough here, Pittsburgh. They are not giving the Bruins an inch. It's going to be Zane again. This guy Zane's got a penalty and a couple of scoring chances. Zane from the face-off circle, and Zane is turned aside by Cheevers. 3 minutes off the clock as the Bruins just trying to skate the time off the clock. But they're going to get a scoring chance. They were just trying to kill the clock, and they're going to get a scoring chance. And it's going to be Z this time. Who is Z? Z. Oh, Reggie Leach. Ah, here he is. We were just talking about Reggie Leach. So Reggie Leach is going to get a scoring chance for Boston. His line 4 is out there. Reggie Leach from the shot. Come on, Reg. And he scores. Reggie Leach for the Bruins from Bobby Orr. And who else are we going to get here? Reggie Leach from Bobby Orr. Anyone else? And we'll go to Marcotte. So it's going to be Reggie Leach on the goal from Marcotte and Orr. And an even strength goal for the Boston fourth line. And it's 6-2, and they're running away with it now here in Pittsburgh. And they are now finally grabbing their jackets and heading out of the igloo. 60 is nothing here as we come on halfway through the period here. 1-2. 11. Oh, boy, another chance for the Bruins. They are piling it on right now. Boston is not letting up. And they're chasing Binkley out of the rink right now. Kenny Hodge with another chance. Kenny Hodge, face-off circle. Hodge. It's going to be a save, 8-11. Can Binkley make another big save? No! Kenny Hodge scores. And it's now 7-2. So Hodge from Orr and Cashman. So Hodge from Orr and Cashman. And this one is in the bank right now, folks. I don't even think the Buffalo Bills could come back from this one here down 35-3. Yeah, Reggie Leach was on the Bruins. And then he went to the Seals, and then I think he went to the Flyers is what he did. So he went up, down, up is what he did. He didn't play a lot. When I talked to him a couple of years ago, he said he didn't play much because Phil Esposito had to play half the game. You know, Phil got mad if he didn't get his 20 or 30 minutes. So there was a lot of guys on the Bruins that didn't play much at all. So he was actually when I read his book, he said he was happy to go to California because he got to play. Even though California was bad, at least he got to play. So no, they're not going to leave in Binkley. They'll leave him in. They didn't do a lot of that back in the day. They let the goalies ride it out. They really did. If they get a couple more, I might. But it's easier stat keeping for me. They didn't like today. They yank goalies if on 3 goals. Now back in the day, they didn't do that. Very different brand of hockey. They hardly ever took the goalie out because that was an insult to the goalie. Now it's more of a try to save face and get the team going. But back then it was kind of an insult to the goalie. Not a scoring chance for Boston. This is going to be Donnie Marcotte. Marcotte from the slot. Marcotte scores. It's now 8-2. Marcotte puts this one home. And that's going to be unassisted goal for Marcotte. And the Penguin fans now have left the building. If you're watching right now and you're a Penguins fan, I don't know what to tell you. I hear Leach, I think Flyers too. That's because he was really young with the Bruins. He did make an impact with the Seals a little bit. But when he went to Philadelphia, that's when he went there with Clark. He played with Clark when he was younger And then Clark said, hey, come to the Flyers, So Clark helped him get in the league. 25, oh boy. Let's just flip again. 39, nothing there. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Time running out on this game right now. Penalty away. Now, actually, it's late in the game. Let me see if it's going to be a penalty. Yes, it is. It will be a penalty. So let's check the penalty here. No, I'm not doing Y and Z again. Definitely not doing Y and Z. I'll do V and Z too. That's fine. All right, so do I have a Z2? I get a V. So Carlton gets a penalty. Oh boy, yeah. Carlton gets a penalty. It's kind of all just window dressing at this point here. I didn't want to put in 17 penalties at the end. And I already screwed up. I flipped the card, so I didn't see what that number was. So that's my bad. But we'll still get penalties in there. So we got Carlton, Bailey, and Rick Smith also with penalties. So Ace Bailey will get a penalty. And Ricky Smith will get a penalty. So Pittsburgh will have a power play here the last minute of the game. So here we go. And it's a 62, and no, and that will end the game. So the final will be Boston 8 and the Penguins 2, as the Bruins get 13 shots on goal in that final period, and the Penguins with 7. So it's going to be a total of 26 for Pittsburgh. And over here for Boston, so they get 22 and 38. That's going to be. So they'll finish the game with 38 shots on goal. And the Bruins win this one 8-2. So Cheevers gets the win, rather than an easy win in this one. And poor Binkley. I've been following Binkley. Binkley, I don't know why. He had the Tony Esposito-looking mask. That's why I like Binkley. I couldn't figure out why. His mask looked just like Tony Esposito's, but he played for the Penguins. Binkley did. So I always, when I play these games, I like when Binkley's in net, because I always root for Binkley. So let's go to my box score here. So the third goal of the Boston is the game winner. So it's going to be Busick getting the game winner. So I like to put my game winners in there. And that is that. So we'll save the box score here. And that's going to be, so that was in, who did we play? Pittsburgh. So that was Pittsburgh's 6th home game. I like to save the box scores in case I need them to put in the stats. And that is that. So that's going to conclude our broadcast. Let me go back to, is that going to be Studio? Yeah, Studio B. Oh, here we are, back in Studio B. Hit the wrong number there. Alrighty, so we're back here in Studio B, and that concludes our triple header tonight, as it gives me a chance to play some shootout hockey. I think I'll bang out a couple of the other games offline here, just so I can get November 7th out of the way. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Robert and Dominic. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just have fun doing the hockey here. It actually keeps me in practice. It really does. I kind of do this to keep practicing my play-by-play if I ever get the call back to go and do that. So, you didn't like Sanderson? Yeah, he's a pain in the neck, yeah. Actually, what I did for In the Crease, right? So, for In the Crease hockey, I got a WHA season, 72-73. So, I'm going to play the Sanderson team, which is the Blazers, and I'll play them against the Cheevers team, I think. So, I get, I think it was only $10. So I picked up the WHA seasons for In the Crease. So that'll be another one of my my broadcasts. We'll get the Turk playing out there. Danny Gray, what's going on, Danny? I haven't checked out to see if you've been playing any more NASCAR lately. I've been kind of popping around here around the house, so I didn't see if you were doing NASCAR. But yeah, check out Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys. He plays NASCAR. I think it's on the PlayStation 4. He's good. He's really good, and it's fun to watch somebody that's that good do the race, and he does it all the right way. I just go around and I crash, as my squeaky chair goes here. Danny does a great job. He like weaves in and out, and he knows you don't have to always win the race. So he'll move up to like 10th place and like get all these points, and he's happy with. So it's always fun watching him do the NASCAR game here. But anyway, so I'm gonna wrap things up here tonight. It's a little after 9 o'clock. The temperature's gone down to about 88 degrees. We are dying here up here. We really are. It's been a heat wave. I think tomorrow's supposed to continue. The last weekend we had all rain. The weekend before that it was 40 degrees, and now it's been 90 degrees. So our weather's just doing one of these. That's what it does up here in New England. So hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to go and tally my stats here as I continue my 1970 season offline. And yeah, I'll be looking for some more stuff. Who knows? Maybe even late tonight. If I can't sleep tonight, maybe I'll jump on late and play that the Increased WHA game. If not, then I'll should have some football in the morning. But anyway, Danny does, he does the races, but he like knows how to pit, and he does all the stuff with the car, and he's got like it all on expert mode when he does his. And I put mine on like the easy mode where the assist braking and there's no damage to the car. And that's the only way I can play those games. But when he plays his games, he's really good. You know, I really enjoy watching him do those races. It's really fun, and I start to learn a lot too. I can't play those anymore. I don't have the coordination. That's why I'm doing cards and dice. So he does full races, but not in the series. He does the half races. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, so I'm gonna jump out here. Let's see who else is on tonight. Hopefully we have somebody doing some stuff here. I'm hoping Al comes on tonight because Al's got that terrific playoff series going. So he might even be on right now. I'm not sure, but Al's got some playoffs going in football I want to check out. And I will talk to everybody later. Who knows? Maybe it'll be later on tonight if things cool down here and there's nobody streaming. Maybe I'll jump back on later on tonight with a late night hockey game. If not, hopefully I'll get some football going in the morning. Back to 1980, San Diego at Dallas. I keep talking about playing that game. It's the next one up on the docket. San Diego at Dallas, 1980 season there. And ID Jester's on as well. And ID, you got to play more hockey too. I need to watch you play hockey. I like watching you guys do the hockey stuff. I know I'm in a hockey mode. As you can tell, I'm in a hockey mode. So, all right, take care, guys. I'm jumping out. Hope you enjoyed the 3 games tonight. We had Chicago over Philadelphia. We had Boston over Pittsburgh. And Glenn Hall getting the shutout as St. Louis defeats Gump Worsley and the Minnesota North Stars 2-0. That was our scores for tonight in 1970. We'll talk to everybody later. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.